Morning, everybody. Welcome back to WrenchHeadsTuning. So today, on this lovely, brisk, early morning, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking these rear wheels off of the Rally Rex Project Impreza. I'll say that 5 times fast. We're going to get it moved back, and we're also going to inspect the brake lines to see what we're dealing with to make sure that any conversions or moving that we do in the near future is safe to do. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys. So about 10 to 15 minutes ago, we pre-treated both the rear wheels with some PB Blaster to let it kind of just soak and start working its way through. The hubs are the rear drums are completely rusted in place. The car won't budge whatsoever. And the rear lug nuts were also pretty seized up. So we gave those some good spray downs too. And instead of using the impact gun to zip those off, we used the breaker bar, simply because if it was seized or if it was cross threaded onto the stud, we didn't want to break that because we are currently still going to be making use of it. And since this car was sitting for about 4 years, the chance of all those lug mounts breaking off is extremely high. So Joe got the wheel off. So now we're going to spray around the upper lip of the drum along the backing plate. We're going to spray that down a lot more. We're going to give that about another 5 minutes to soak up. And then once we start trying to break it off, we're going to take a pry bar, hammer, and we're just going to keep going around until that sucker breaks loose. We're not worrying too much about damaging anything on the inside because all that's going to be going away as we prepare for our rear brake conversion. All right, ladies and gents, so we're right here. All right, so here is where the hard line from the brake assembly transitions into the piping. So let me get you a better view. So right where Joe's finger is, that's the soft line. It's gonna come down and then it connects to that hard line right there. So that hard line, it wraps around the body. You see the soft line? It wraps. So trace it backwards, Joe. Here, up, down, and then it wraps. You following it? Yep, right there. So then it wraps behind, and then it disappears behind the rear subframe, and then it finds itself right up here in front of the gas tank. So as you can tell, the lines definitely have quite a bit of rust on them, but there's no leaking going on. Some of the surrounding area doesn't look great, so I would say our saving grace is that this car has like a coaxial sealant over top, which helps to prevent rust on the lines. So that's really good. We're probably not going to change out this H block if we don't have to, which is basically just where the rear line feeds into. It taps into this block and transmits it to the rear brakes. Up top, I definitely see some corrosion, but again, nothing is wet, so that's a good sign. And then if you can see that grommet, the feed lines run along the interior body of the car. And I have a gas stuff here. Look at that fucking spider bastard. So brake lines, I'm sorry, not the brake lines, the e-brake. There's the interior point where it runs into the car, and then you follow it. I don't see any bubbling, I don't see any rusting. It's dirty, you know, which obviously is at the bottom of the car, but I don't see anything that indicates that they need to be changed. So the mounting point is going to be the same for the brake swap. We just need to make sure that the tension on the brakes are good, and we can verify that once we swap everything over.
So guys, so yeah, he hurt himself, you know, old age, brittle bones, and just whatever, but he's good. So we gotta move the car back. So what we're gonna do is dismantle the e-brake components, and the braking components on it, and so we could move the car back, and then put the what's that?
We're gonna put the drum back on once we take the brake components off, so it doesn't lock up on us again.
Yeah. So the wheel has some stability while it's moving. We'll be back. Still good.
Still good? I think we can reuse these. Shine them up a little bit, sandblast them. I think they can go back on. Maybe not this one. Just bare metal. Oh, wait, that's why. Here's the braking fabric. I beat the hell out of that.
Crazy good.
Crazy glue works. Maybe some Loctite. There you go. All right. So now we're going to get the wheels back on. We're going to bolt them up. We're not going to torque them down. We're just going to put them on tight enough where we can roll the car back safely enough so that we can throw it into gear and lock her in place. That door.
Yeah, all right. Let me open that door. My bad, just pop it open.
All right, I'll put the key in. So we have some steering. Can I put it down over there, or do I have it in my pocket?
Put it in the pocket.
All right. We got tires. Wait. We got air in the tires. Yeah, we got air in the tires.
This is the classic saying,
Yep.
guys.
So we gonna roll this back. So Big Joe on that side, Lil Pretty Ricky on this side. We gonna roll this back with some slow. All right. So the goal is to stop it before we get in the hole.
What? We should get it on the flat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no,
Yeah. Like, before we get
Yeah.
into the hole. All right. So we make sure. No. All right. Second. First. All right. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Easy. Keep going. Them hubs is fucked.
Bruh.
All right, we got the car moved back. It went back smoothly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not too bad.
That's what happens when you take off the brakes on it.
You take the brakes off, and the hubs are shot. The hubs is definitely shot.
The whole
That thing was the entire way back. But the steering was responsive.
Yeah.
Enough where that's not an issue. Definitely gonna. It didn't respond too well to the right, so I don't know if that's a linkage issue or if that's a rack issue. But we'll be able to find out once we get some fresh fluid in there. But part one of the wheel of the brake system swap
Yeah.
preparation
Preparation.
is done. So what's the next steps?
The next step is going to be actually getting the swap
Okay.
for the rear conversion.
Where are we gonna get
Which
the stuff from?
one of our best buds, you know who he is, Pat. He has
PW.
he has a 05 WRX, and he said he's not using it. So he said we could take whatever we want off it. I hope that's true.
Point
We
out,
will
baby.
see.
We're gonna put his Instagram in the description. Give him a shout out. Show him some love.
So hopefully we'll get that for the rear first, and then maybe we'll even switch out the front. Who knows?
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, all the
First-
brakes all around got to be done.
Yeah.
Most importantly, we're gonna get the rear brake system
Rear
swapped
brake,
over.
yeah.
Like we said, we're in good shape to go with the conversion as far as the hard lines. They're coated, they're protected. There's no fluid or any leaks in the system. So that's a big plus. That's going to save us a lot of time and effort.
Yep.
So from there, it's really just mechanical. Possible probably while we're in there, since we got to take the whole hub apart, probably looking to swapping out the rear struts as well.
Yep.
So that might be a little bit of like a 2-in-1 kind of situation, where we'll probably break that up into a couple videos.
Yep.
Anything else?
That's basically it for this video. That's basically it.
All right. All right.
Keep watching. You're gonna see us build this car from the ground up, and
So what's your ultimate goal for this? I know we were playing, like, talking rally car and stuff like that. Like, what's your ultimate
I'll
goal?
save another video for this.
you
know how
you're gonna have to follow along. You're gonna have to follow along. All right. You're gonna keep this one close to the close to the vest.
Yeah, I know.
Up
I
here,
know a
up
lot
here.
of people want me to, tell you everything we're gonna do, but I'll tell you in bits and pieces.
People trying to get an inside look. Mind your business.
Yeah, once we get to a certain part, I'll reveal what we're gonna do. I know a lot of people want the engine wise. They don't really care about anything else, but
Yeah.
engine wise,
Which kind of,
I'll
if
let
you're gonna build something up, it's great whatever motor you throw in it. But if you can't drive it, what does it matter?
so yeah, you have to watch. Sorry.
Keep an eye out. Follow us. All right, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, obviously. WrenchHeadsTuning.
Subscribe.
All right, subscribe. Follow us. Give us some feedback. The more interaction you guys have with us, the more people we reach, the more we can keep doing this. All right, and as always, Wrench Daily.